We got to move on. Murder Inc. The Murder Inc. doc.
Yep.
Episode 3. It gets more and more and more exciting every episode, Corey.
Yep. I love it, bro.
This one was based around the spark and the success of Ashanti as a singer, the blossoming relationship between Irv Gotti and Ashanti, the rise and fall of Ja Rule's stardom as it pertains to 50 Cent's emergence as a dominant rapper.
Yep.
And we also see the entrance of legal troubles into the life of Irv Gotti and everyone around him at Murder Inc. Records.
Yeah, this was another just jam-packed.
Yeah, this is one of those.
I mean, I know you got to do it. It's only 5, but bro, they killing it. They're killing it so far.
They're doing an amazing job. Now, outside of, I understand, ladies, and I sympathize with y'all on some of the stuff's corny. Irv doesn't need to be doing this. But outside of that part, this is a hell of a documentary or a docuseries so far.
Bro, definitely, they telling it all. That's what I'm loving. They're being honest. They telling the facts of everything that happened. And I agree as well. Like, yeah, Irv, when he gets to talking about Ashanti, some shit, like, he got to get over that shit. I understand that. Sometimes it's cringy. But outside of that, bro, they're doing a great job.
They're doing a wonderful job. Let's talk about the emergence of Ashanti.
Okay, where do we want to start?
We don't have to start in a specific place. I was really just recapping.
Okay. Let's start just with the success of the album. Let's go there first. So the album goes double platinum. I don't know how fast. I can't remember.
I think it was within a year, from what they said.
Okay.
Her first album goes double platinum. That turns her to an elite star. So automatically, well, let's start with the fact that she thought she was going to be a singer like Whitney Houston.
This is good. Yeah.
She thought that she was going to get to use her incredible range to sing. Irv said, no, fuck that. We have what Murder Inc. is calling the Murder Inc. sound.
Yeah.
We just really want you to be sexy, calm, cool, talk.
And, you know, big ups to Irv for seeing that vision, because it would be hard to tell somebody something that they're good at, do it a different way.
It's really hard for you to be really good at singing and for somebody to be like, hey, we don't need you for that.
Right. Don't go so high all the time. That's basically what he was saying. He said he didn't like when she took her voice super high. But imagine telling an artist who, like you said, that's all I ever wanted to do. Like, no, I'm going to make you a star this way. Shout out to Irv for that, and shout out to Ashanti as well for,
rolling with that.
Yeah, trusting him.
Because a lot of people will say, no, fuck you.
Yeah,
there's other people that are going to make it work this way.
Right.
But there was hit songs in that. So after the first album, like I said, it turned her into a star. She became basically the star of Murder Inc. Mm-hmm. In that exact same time, well, it was more towards the second album for Ashanti. 50 Cent had gone away because he had been shot 9 times.
Yep.
We saw that in episode 2. Ja Rule talked about, that wasn't us. That was them street niggas trying to take your head off doing what they do.
Right.
50 Cent took his time to recover from his 9 shots. And it was almost like they said, basically, like he fell off the face of the rap game. He came back after he recovered, and now his name's smoking. He done put out 2 mixtapes, and we've already, if you know this rap game, this is the beginning of that legendary 50 Cent mixtape run. Like, before the mixtape era of the 2000s, 50 had a mixtape era smoking.
This was a crazy run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too many people at that time, like you said, before the albums came, that was really competing or rapping as well as 50 was.
Yes. And when 50, of course, you're watching the docuseries and you're growing emotions toward this record label. Mm-hmm. It's almost like you don't want 50 to win anymore, because it's like you've grown this love for Ja over the past couple of episodes. But how it's like one of those movies that you've seen a million times. You know how it's gonna end, but you just want it to end different.
The worst, bro. That'd be the worst.
And you start hearing the stuff come up in the year 2002 come up, the year 2003 come up. And they said the one word that I knew it was over. They said 50 Cent dropped Wanksta.
Yeah.
When 50 Cent dropped Wanksta, he damn near took the whole rap game for his own with that one song. Like, it was over. It was over.
It was over, bro.
It was over.
Then he dropped the music video making fun of Ja Rule in the music video. It was over.
Yeah. Like even outside of just for Ja Rule, it was over for rap.
For the rap game,
when
period,
50
yeah.
dropped Wanksta. It was the beginning of the Get Rich or Die Trying promo. That was it.
Yep.
That was it.
Wow.
And basically, Irv and Ja Rule said they got to watch their stardom or Ja Rule's stardom crumble right there. Like one day you can be the tip top, and the next day it could be all over.
That shit crazy. It happened fast, man.
It happened
right
fast.
in front of them.
Even if you think about it, because even though we were just little kids, hearing the hit songs of Ja Rule, they were quick. It was quick. As if you compare it to hearing hit songs of 50 Cent. You heard 50 for a decade, damn near. I mean, he didn't last for a decade, but his hits rang on forever. Yeah. The Limelight, you heard Ja Rule. It was quick. Mm-hmm. It was there and it was gone. Yeah. 50 just became that nigga.
He just did, bro. Like, and I was, it's hard for me trying not to be biased because I told you.
Yeah, 50 was your favorite back then.
The time period that we're talking about when he took off the mixtapes and Get Rich or Die Trying, leading into the massacre, all that nigga, you couldn't tell me 50 Cent wasn't the best rapper out, so.
50's posters all over. I told you I thought he was Spider-Man.
Yeah, facts. But even me watching the doc though, like you said, like I'm low key rooting for these niggas. I'm like, damn, I want y'all to win, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Knowing though that it's over,
and knowing how it all started, finding the origin of it, you're like, damn, I want y'all to win.
Yeah.
But because it just seems like 50 is that type of nigga that you always like hated, and then he went on and got rich and famous, so like he never learned his lesson for all the bad
right.
shit he did.
Yeah, for sure. 50.
I mean, I love 50. Yeah, and I don't know. That don't have shit to do with me. But,
right, but I know what you mean.
It's just one of those like, and I don't have somebody like that. It would just burn your fucking waffles. It would grind your gears. Yeah. That one, like if you had a bully from high school or from junior high school, elementary school, and that was the one guy that turned out to be a multi-millionaire. He got the girl or the bitches, the life, the kids, the whatever, and just nobody ever taught him his lesson.
That's tough. That's probably how they felt for sure, though.
And it looked for them. That's probably what 50 is.
Yeah. That's definitely how it's coming to be now in 2022.
And even in 50's demeanor now, he behaves just like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. Like I was gonna say, of course, we don't know, bro, personally, but he gives off that MO.
50 still acts like that.
Exactly. Like I'm bigger than you. I'm better than you. I got more money than you.
He ran an entire promo a couple years ago, just getting on social media and highlighting the niggas that owed him any money. It doesn't matter if it was $50. He was belittling niggas that owed him money.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's 50 Cent, guys. That's Curtis.
That's 50. 50. But yeah, this also detailed, I forgot the other artist's name, but Vita, Black Chris, artists like those talking about how Irv Gotti took so much toward Ashanti when they began their relationship, because they did enter a relationship while she was an artist, that all of the other artists on Murder Inc. records basically got pushed to the side because he was doing so much to promote Ashanti, and even when he wasn't promoting Ashanti, he was at the walkthroughs with Ashanti. He was at the meet and greets with Ashanti. He was at the concerts with Ashanti. He was overseas on tour with Ashanti, to the point where he wasn't back home in New York being a label head, being an exec. He was being Ashanti's boyfriend.
I was gonna say he was being a boyfriend, yeah. So it definitely took a toll on the label for anybody not named Ja Rule and Ashanti.
Absolutely. They were the bread and butter, and anybody that wasn't the bread and butter at that moment got left behind.
Yep. So Charlie Baltimore, that's the one that we couldn't.
Charlie, yes.
Get. She's the other female artist that was signed to Murder Inc. with Vita and Ashanti, and they were rappers. So that's another thing. Like Ashanti's coming in and she was singing. These other women were rappers.
They were more gangster,
right?
And it was to the point where Ashanti's family and her mother didn't even want her aligned with those artists because you give off a certain MO. We can't have that MO over here.
Yeah.
That sucked.
It sucks, bro, but I mean, it's not like that shit don't happen all the time.
It does.
I get them, and you would think because this was more of a, they actually had a relationship with Irv that you would expect it to be different. I understand where they're coming from, but that's the name of the game. That's the business. This machine is working, so we're gonna put everything we got into this machine, and that machine was Ashanti at that time.
Yeah, but that also doesn't mean don't help your, like, if I have
Right.
artists on the label,
Right.
my job is to make sure those artists, like, if I'm gonna try to get those artists to that level.
Right. I agree.
With most labels, there's just other artists on the label. We've tried to get them to that level. We've let them drop a couple albums. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. Really, to where it looks like on this end, it was like, I'm not even taking the time to nurture
Okay.
these artists, or nurture the relationship, the music, anything like that. So it's kind of just like, and when it didn't work, that's their fault.
You just kicked them
because
to
I
the
didn't
curb.
even try for your first album.
Right. I get it. It makes sense. Like I said, I understood their point. It definitely made sense, especially from the label head not being the label head. Like you said, you can have a relationship, that's fine, but when it starts to affect everyone else in the room, then there's a problem.
And an example that I was about to give. Okay, so Cameron drops an album, it does amazing. He gets another album. Jay drops an album, it does amazing. He gets another album. Kanye drops an album, it does amazing. He gets another album. Bleak drops an album, it doesn't do well. He doesn't get this album. But they talked Bleak up like he was
That nigga.
that nigga.
Still putting them on songs and shit.
They tried to get it to work with Bleak. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
And shout out Memphis Bleak, the nigga's still a millionaire making his M's in other places. But it was like we not trying with these other artists. Like with Vita, Charlie, like just put the fucking album out. And if it don't work, fuck them, get them off.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And they got casted to the side because all we care about is Ashanti and my best friend and my girl.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
Yikes. He talked about how he looked his wife dead in the eye and said, I can't be faithful. It's over.
Yeah. Shit was crazy. That's the industry for you, though. And Irv, you know, they said he was on a lot of drugs. He was changing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a hard scene to watch just because, what's the wife name? Do you know the name?
I can't remember.
But anyways, she was saying that, you know, she thought they was going to be together forever. And
She thought he'd never do that to her.
he got to a point, you know, where he was just a man and he looked her dead in the eye and was just like, hey, I'm not going to be faithful to you. I was just like, holy shit.
But the thing about that takes a strong man.
Oh, yeah.
Because most niggas are only gonna lie to you.
Yeah, bro.
It takes a strong man and a strong man to love somebody like that and say that knowing that once I say it, it's all gonna be over.
It's over. It's over.
Most niggas lied, number one, to keep themselves out of trouble, and number two, because they know if they was to tell the truth, your girl's gonna leave you.
Yeah, bro.
But I'm not even trying to give credit to a toxic nigga like that. But like
cheater, nah.
it takes a strong nigga to look the woman that he's been lying to about cheating and saying, hey, I'm cheating and I'm letting you know I don't think I can be faithful.
And this is the mother of your children. You know?
It's
different, yeah. It's different, bro. Yeah. It definitely takes a stand-up guy to say that, but obviously you've already done your dirt. But even on the woman's side, like to accept that and pivot out of that, of course he said, you know, he came home and all his shit was outside, of course.
Oh yeah, she threw his shit out.
We know that, but she still pivoted and, you know, she got out of that. She helped raise the children. You know,
absolutely.
I don't know what the relationship is now today, but
well, she declined to be in the doc, so
yeah,
we can kind of guess.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
but the ending of the episode, so foreshadowing to episode 4, we're about to get into the legal troubles.
Episode 1, you saw him be introduced to a drug dealer / mob boss kind of guy.
OG.
You're gonna see this all come full circle. You're gonna see them feds knock that door down. They at the end of episode 3, you saw the feds show up to just about everyone aligned with the record label's front door. And
family.
yeah, family, friends, label heads, A&Rs, artists, everybody. The feds are here.
Yeah.
And they knocking on the door and they sweeping the house. That was how it ends. Episode 4 will be Tuesday. And on episode 172, we'll have that review for you.
Yes, sir.
You want to go ahead and get out of there?
Yeah, let's do it.
That's
man.
exciting as fuck,
I know,
man.
bro. I'm loving it. We can stay there all day, but yeah, we can
watch
get
Wu Tang. But the only reason I'm saying that is, bro, if you think this shit is good,
Nah, yeah, I know, bro. And with me already knowing a little bit of everything, so it's the same shit. Like, I'm gonna have the same feelings for it. I already know.
if you think this shit is good, man.
We
All
haven't
right, man.
seen anything.
Let's go ahead and move on, man. We're into news. Let's get into the news.
Let's do it.